Alright, so in the last video we downloaded all the required libraries using pip install, and then now what we are gonna do is we'll create a new web application. So I'll go to this web tab, I'll add a new website. So for now we'll just choose the default domain name that PythonAnyWhere gives us, and then we'll click next since our application is Django. But even though we'll choose manual configuration because the manual configuration allows us to make custom changes. And now in the last video our virtual environment version was Python 3.6, so we'll choose this version and click on next. So if you go to this website now, we'll see this hello world page. Now what you do is you go to the virtual environment and then type the virtual environment that we had. So our virtual environment was Crowdbuy env. Now you don't need to add the whole path because PythonAnyWhere automatically detects on its own. It detects the whole path of this virtual environment directory on its own, so you don't need to add that. Now we'll add the source code directory. It's not mandatory, but it's good to have it here. So our source code directory is this. So this directory has all our source code. Copy it and paste it here. Now after that, okay, so we'll go to this WSGI.py file. Now when we click on this link, we see our hello world text. So where is this coming from? So basically it is coming from this file. We don't want it, so we'll just comment it out, or you can even remove it as per your wish. Now our application is Django application, so this is the code that we want. We'll comment out this code. Just make sure you remove only the lines that have single hashes, not the double ones. And here you go. Now in the path we need to add our directory path, the path that has our project into it. So this is the path that we add here, and instead of append, write insert 0, path, and here remove my site, and then go to the files tab, check which folder contains settings package. So this folder has settings package, so copy this folder name and add it here. So after this we are done with this file. Now we'll save the changes and we'll reload the web application. So go to this tab and then reload your application again. Okay, so this says invalid host header. So for that what you need to do is go to your settings folder. Inside the init.py file, right now we have added development package, development module. So inside development we'll go and change our allowed hosts. So right now our allowed host should be this website. Its name is 17crowdbuy.pythonanywhere.com. So if we go here and copy and paste it and click save. Now if you reload your web app, and refresh it, so this is the website right now we have. Now we need to do a couple of things to get all the folders that we have in this website. So in our files tab, let's go to our files tab. Okay, so in our files tab we have this voting and Crowdbuy. Under this we have static folders. So inside the static folders we have all our fonts, images and everything. So we need to add this static folder into PythonAnyWhere. Scroll down. Yeah, so it says static files. So for the URL, go to your settings folder. In the init.py we are importing development.py. Here you see static URL, right? So this should be your URL, which is static, and enter its path. Static. Now enter its path. So our static folder is under this directory. So we need to copy this whole path. Actually do one thing. Go inside the static folder, copy this whole path, then paste it here. And then we have some media and images as well. So for that we go to our settings file. So inside settings we check out development.py again. So do you have any media URL in this? It does not have any media URL, right? But it imports .base. So let's go and check into base. Inside base you can see the media URL here. So for media URL basically contains our images and other files that we are using in this website. So if you go to the media folder once, there are these directories that have all the images into them that we are using for this website. So what we'll do is we'll add the media URL here that's there in the base.py file, media, and then we'll add the required path for this folder, which is this path. Now paste it here. Media. Just make sure you select this tick mark every time you enter something so that it is saved. Alright, I think we are good to go now. So if we reload our website now, refresh it. Now here you have your whole website deployed on the PythonAnyWhere domain. Now since this website is in development mode, we want it to be in production, and for production our settings.py file is different. So if you go inside here, inside settings, this is the development.py, but we want our settings package to have this crowdorders.py. This is our original file which we're gonna use in production. So here it has this script, Python script, and here it says the backend is MySQL. But if you go and see in the settings folder, you see that we have SQLite database. So before we move on to the production folder, what we'll do is we'll migrate all the data into our SQLite database to MySQL. So we'll see that in the next video. Thank you.